since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 280. 54. Light 54. I smell.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Wentz. They'll run the screen with Mack. And from the 25, they
got to get out there
to
and
the
block
29,
that, bro.
a gain of 4.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Let's see what you got. 32. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 54. Ram.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Open here, Adam Thielen. A gain of 8 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Sponge. Great 57.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
Pass interference! Oh, my God!
Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 52. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Wentz to throw again.
Oh, I didn't mean to throw that. Oh, my God, I pressed the wrong button. Fuck.
Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida.
Fuck. It was not that. That's tough.
Certainly not how they envisioned
I should have warmed up, man.
Here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
Oh, we out. We out.
You know, a big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On first down, Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And this is incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
It's the returner, wow, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
The computer went for the ball, bro.
First down with Marlon Mack.
I can't make
he
this
will push his way
the computer
down to
went for a
about
ball
the
that I got out the way for.
2
and
yards on the pickup there.
Back
It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, here's a run with Matt. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4... you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. They'll run it with Mack. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Marlon Mack with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo, his throw incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Hey, zoom. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 5-9, 5-9.
On first down, Wentz. And there's the first NFL catch for N'Keal Harry. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Wentz now to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check, check. Lock it. Hey, Lou. Two jet.
Here's Wentz to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Wentz now on first down. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
At the Jets' 26-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Get ready. 82.
Into the red zone. Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. The 40, 30, 10, 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen,
Yo,
it just,
bro,
it just
my
doesn't
controller
feel
is so
right, does
trash
it?
now.
Plus, you're
I
giving
can't
up
even
yardage.
move.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, let's get this. Bravo. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54.
Working from the gun. Wentz forced out to his left. Oh, that was dangerous.
We had 50 seconds.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, look. Greystone, travel. Watch the ship. Hey, Delta. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Wins. That would complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
5.
Great 15, great 15. Hey, high 7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
Pick,
so
man.
they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Hey, wahoo!
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Able to find Walter. That's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, back. Waiting. Two jet. Army. Topper. 357. Check 13. Hey, Haywood. Mike 4. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Bunch.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they
Anthony Miller is not 70 overall.
The 2nd half.
No. Yeah, I think so. Bruh, that nigga, he is a star development, bro.
At the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times.
I messed up on my adjustments.
It's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen.
Nah, I
seeing
didn't.
if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
13. I got this. 50 to Mike. Hey, exit.
Garoppolo on 1st down.
Give me that!
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own
What's up, man?
6-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
A screenplay is your play.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You gonna see me and you know me. Hey, gun. Motion. I got you. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Anderson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
No cap, brother said you did find a play that worked against that.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Let's get off the field. Hey, echo. 50. Mike 50.
I thought I could get there, bro.
Switch it.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's complete to T.Y. Hilton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back.
Let's go.
Escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Hey, gun. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo.
Oh, no, he did not just catch that.
One hand. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And
he really caught that shit, bro.
More ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Garoppolo now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Can't do anything. Guys blitzing off the edge every damn drive. I did.
Sunday.
Wentz now on 1st down. They'll run the screen with Mack. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Nah, I didn't blitz Devin Bush. I keep Devin Bush in coverage.
Right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking.
Well, sometimes I do. It's some plays that I do.
Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. He completes this one to Mack. 18 yards on
that shit go crazy.
First down.
Tighten up, 61. Max box, right. Man 5-7.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here, Ringo. 6. Ram. Great 57. 5.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
81. Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Anderson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Screen play. Anderson. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Flush to his right. Going deep now for Herndon. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 12.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
You got tight. Hey, orbit. Mike 5-4.
Hey, that nigga, he's like an 81 overall, I think.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards, the final tally. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Wentz to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, you would have caught that, bro. I would have quit. Oh, my.
3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the
caught that. I would have quit, bro.
Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, why did I throw that? Oh, my God.
The turning point they need. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that's
that was a dumb play. My fault. That's what I'm saying. I saw it, but I threw it way too late.
Right, it is the season of giving.
Yeah. That was my first read.
He may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo to the right side and complete to Hurst. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
We're on the head. Yes, sir.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. They'll run for it. And
let's go!
He's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
I didn't realize they'll score the goal.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
How did he drop that pick, bro?
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack.
It's not even a safety.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bengals, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen,